Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to tell you about the 5 most common questions which are asking in Python beginners interview. So I would recommend not to skip and watch the complete video because I am going to tell you the complete explanation of each question. So just before start, please like the video, and if you are new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel and enable the notification also just by pressing the bell icon. Now time to get into the topic. Now our first most common question is, how does memory management work in Python? So private heap space takes care of memory management in Python. All objects and data structures are in a private heap. Programmers do not have access to private heap. The allocation of heap space is done by the memory manager in Python. Programming language also has an inbuilt garbage collector which recycles unused memory. So this is the thing how memory management works in Python. Now let's see how in real-time coding memory management works. So here what I am going to do, I am going to create a variable by the name, and here I am going to give my name Akhilesh, and again I am going to create another variable by the surname, and here I am giving the surname. Right now what I'm going to have, I'm going to check whether both the variables are sharing the same reference or not, right? So I'm creating a variable check, and here I am checking the variables, right? And when I'm going to print this, let's see what we are going to have. So yes, here let me just maximize it. Yeah, so here you can see we are getting false. So it means this name and surname are not equals and both are referring to the different memory locations, right? So how you can check the memory locations? So for that, what I am going to have here, print name dot, we have underscore underscore hash. So we have this method, this will give you the memory location as the hash, and here let me have the memory location of surname also, right? So hash, and here you can see when I'm going to run this, so here you can see why we are getting this false, because both the hash numbers are different, right? You can see clearly here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new name variable, and here I'm going to give the Akhilesh, right? So let me just copy this name hash key, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to print this name hash and the new name dot hash, right? And let me run this. So now here you can see we got this name hash key as this, and then when we created this new name as the same name Akhilesh, this is also referring to the same earlier hash value, right? You can see here. So this is called the, or this is why Python called the dynamically typed language. So whenever you create an object, it will always look for the previous value or existing value, is that the by the same object we have in the memory or not. If yes, then the new memory refer to the previous one. So this is how the memory management works in Python. I hope this is now clear to you. Now let's have a look on our second most common question. So what's the meaning of Python literals? Literal is a data given in a variable or constant. Python supports string literals and numeric literals, and there are many more like boolean, null-type, etc. String literals reformed by enclosed text in a single or double quote. Numeric literals are either float, integers, and complex. Now let's see how literals works in real-time coding. So as I told you about these some data types like string and integer. So what are the literals? Like I have created this name variable, and I have given this Akhilesh, and I have created this variable as age, and here I have given the value like 13, right? So these are the literals. So the values which are given to a variable, those are called as literals, right? Now we have the third most common question, which is what is Python path? It is an environment variable which is used when a module is imported. Whenever a module is imported, Python path is also looked up to check for the presence of the imported modules in various directories. So this is the most common question which is asking by a interviewer. So the thing is, nowadays in latest Python versions, it's automatically set it up in your environment variable the installation path of Python, so that you don't have to explicitly configure this Python path. Now let's see the fourth most common question asked by a interviewer. So what are non-local and global keywords? These keywords are used to change the scope of previously declared variables. Non-local is used whenever you need to access any variable in a nested function. And global keyword is more straightforward. It makes previously declared variable global. So now let's see how these two keywords, non-local and global, work in our code. Now here what I am going to do, I am creating the same variable name and I am naming it as global for better understanding, right? So we have this. Now I am going to create a local function, and here I am giving the same variable and giving the value or literal as local. And then what I am going to do here, def nested function, and here what I'm going to give the name same, and here I'm going to give the value as nested, right? And here I'm going to print this name, and after this I'm going to call this nested function, and then I'm going to print the name as the local variable. You can see here this name is referred to this name, right? So it will print this name value, right? Now I am going to just print the global value. So you can see here when I am typing this name, this is highlighting this one and this one also, right? No other name, right? So it means this name is referring to the global one, right? Now I am calling the local, and then again I am printing the name here, right? So you can see this global is referred by this name and this name, right? Now let me just run it and let's see what we are going to print here. So yes, so here first you can see here we have print this name as the global, which has the global here. Now I have called this local, and when it went to local, so it print this not print, because here we have just defined the name. After that, so in local it went to here nested, and it came to here nested, where we have printed this nested name. So we have got this nested, and after that we have print the local name. That is why we are getting the local. As you can see, this name is referring to this local, and after that again I have printed the name which is referring to the global here, and that is why we are getting this local here. Now let me just use global keyword, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to use global as here. Let me just do that. So global name, right? So what it will do, so it will just change the value of previous name, right? So as I told you that both these columns change the value of previously defined variable. So if I'll just use this here, then it will change to this global variable, right? So what I'm going to do, not here, I'm going to type this here, right? Now let's see when I'm going to run this. So here, let's see. First, this is the name which is coming here, global. After that, it came to local, then here. Now when we are here, it called the nested, then in nested it print this, and then we have this print name, and this name has the local value here. And but here when we again print the name, earlier it was referred to the global one, but now as we have used this global name, so it will change the global's value as local. Now it is just printing this local here. Earlier it was global here. When I am going to comment this, you can see completely here that this time here will be global. So I'm going to run this. As you can see here, we are getting this as global, right? So this is the thing which is global doing in the function, right? So yes, I'm going to just comment it, and when I'm going to just use non-local keyword name, and this will change the value of here, right? So let me just run this, and here now you can see we are getting this global, nested and global. Now we are not getting this local. So how this is working? So first we got this name as the global, then it came to local, and in local first we have the name as local, then it called the nested, and in nested it changed the non-local, this one as nested. That is why we got this as nested, right? You can see here, right? So this is the how these non-local and global keywords are working. Hope this is all clear to you. If not, you can just comment down in the comment section and I'll try to revert you as soon as possible. Now here we have our last fifth most common question asked by an interviewer. So what's the difference between a class method and a static method? Both methods are accessed by the class name. Class methods are change the state of the class. Static methods considered as the utility of the class. So friends, now let's see how these two methods works in our code. Now here to explain what are the static and class methods, I am going to create a class here as school. And here what I am going to do, I am going to create a variable like total rooms, and we have like by default is 10. And now I'm going to create a class method here first, right? So what I'm going to do, okay, let me just reformat this. And so to create a class method, we have a notation which is class method. We need to use this. Now the same keyword we need to use as def, and here if I am going to update the total rooms count, so I'm going to create update rooms, and here you can see we got this CLS variable as default, like we are getting the self argument for the instance methods, right? So here I'm going to give counts like room count, and what I'm going to do here using this class, I can access this total rooms, and here I'll just give the value of room count, right? So as I told you that class methods can change the state of the class, right? So class methods always used to change the class variables of a class, right? So now what I'm going to have, I'm going to call this school, and these methods, both the class and static methods, can be called by the just name of the class, not the, even you can call from the object of the class, but the main thing you can just call these methods by using the class names. So school dot update rooms, and if I'll give here the 12 the value, right? And if I'll use here the, okay, not like this, I should use like this, right? So school dot total rooms, right? And here I'm going to print these values, and just before updating I'm going to have this, right? So I'm running this now, and when you run this, you can see here we got 10 and 12, right? So like this, so here we have changed the state of the class. Earlier it was 10, but after updating this value to the 12, we are getting as 12, right? So this is how class method works. But the static methods, so as I told you, static methods works like utility. So like if I want to have the off days, right? So for that okay, so first thing I need to create this annotation, and this is the static method keyword we need to use, right? So here def get off days, I have created this method, and here what I am going to have, I'm going to just check whether the current date is belongs to weekends or not, right? So for that what I need to have, I need to import, so not import, I'm going to use from date time, import date time, right? And now here I'm going to get the today's date time dot today, and we have a date time method which is weekday, which will give the number of that day, right? So for Saturday and Sunday we will get 5 and 6. So here I'm going to check if date time dot weekday, and here I'll give the today's date and equals to 5, or date time dot weekday, and here also I'm going to give today, and here equals to 6, then it comes to return true, else it will return false, right? Yes, like this. So this is the static method, and here you will see that, okay, so okay, right? So here you will see I can also call this get off days by using the class name. So school dot get off days, right? So when I'm going to run this, okay, let me just off, right? And here I'm going to just print this off, right? So we will get the boolean value. When I'm going to run this, you can see here, so as we have Sunday today, so we are getting yes, true, but if we have any weekdays, then it will return as false, right? So okay, so now another thing which I wanted to tell you about this class method. So if I'll have the two objects of the school, so like here what I'm going to do, so I'm creating s1 as the variable and school here, and here also s2 schools, right? So now here you will see that before and after updating the total rooms, right? So here what I am going to do, I have updated here and print s1 dot total rooms and s2 dot total rooms. Okay, so here also, so I'm going to copy this and pasting it here also, right? So for all the objects the rooms are updated, right? So I'm going to run this. So here you can see for s1 and s2 we are getting 10, but after updating this value to the class we are getting 12, right? So here you can see clearly that we can use this class method to change the state of the class for all the objects also. So friends, I hope you like the information. If yes, don't forget to hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like this. See you in next video. Till then, thanks for watching. Jai Hind.